Well, it seems like the Midnight Suns are coming together, but it sounds like they're going to be missing one of the key actors that already took up a supernatural role. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the latest update on Midnight Suns, and when asked what Mahershala Ali said about playing the Blade character. Well, ever since Bob Iger started talking about the Avengers really being the main franchise of Marvel Studios, honestly, Midnight Suns has been at the forefront of my mind. They're basically the supernatural Avengers. And we keep getting multiple rumors a project is in the works, but Marvel has never actually announced the project. Now, where there's smoke, there's fire, and we've been hearing a lot about this for several months. And recently, we got an interesting update from scooper Daniel Richtman, but we'll get to that in just a second. Because more importantly, if this does happen, where does Mahershala Ali's Blade fit into the film? Now, as many of you know, Phase 5 just finished, and the only project that never got off the ground was the upcoming Blade film. With the solo movie not really coming together, maybe a team-up is the best way to go. Now, recently, Mahershala Ali was joined by his Jurassic World co-star Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansson, the Black Widow herself, and they did a bit of an interview. Now, during this interview, Jonathan Bailey really kind of had a lot of fun with the actors, but he asked them specifically which MCU movies his fellow actors have appeared in. Now, Ali said with a laugh, quote, "Leave me out of it. That's just a Scarlett question." Now, it seems like at this point, him dodging the question is not a very good sign for Blade. Or at least him playing the character. Quite honestly, Ali has been a rising star for a really long time, and it's been 6 years since this was announced. It's really starting to feel like Black Adam, and with so many delays, it doesn't feel like it's ever going to come together. Now, to be fair, I don't think Kevin Feige really had a spot for Blade in the upcoming slate, and he always said when Mahershala Ali calls and wants to play a part, you find a way. But it doesn't sound like they found a way yet, and with Midnight Suns potentially coming our way, well, it sounds like Ali might not be part of the project at all. Now, like I said, we did get a little update for Midnight Suns, and that came via Daniel Richtman. Daniel Richtman has a great track record, but we have to take this with a grain of salt because, as always, this didn't come from Kevin Feige or Marvel Studios, so we want to be really careful. Richtman didn't elaborate, but did report that Marvel has hired a new writer for Midnight Suns. Now, we heard recently it was back in active development, but they had just lost Logan scribe Michael Green, which honestly, Logan was such a great movie, I would have loved to see Green write this. But beyond that, Richtman did not elaborate on who this new writer could be. Honestly, at this point, I think the Midnight Suns would probably be Marvel's best way to kick it off, and they gotta do it with a good story. And I highly suspect in the next couple of weeks, probably around the time Comic-Con happens, we may find out who the new writer for the project is, as well as a potential replacement for Mahershala Ali as Blade. Now, what other characters are part of this supernatural Avengers team? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. I would not be surprised if the likes of Ghost Rider, especially with Mephisto finding his way into the MCU recently, Blade, Doctor Strange, Werewolf by Night, and Jennifer Kale could all definitely be part of this project. We've also heard rumors that Wong could appear along with Moon Knight, so Marvel really does have a nice slate of supernatural characters to pull from. They just need to get this going and make it work. Obviously, we're following this one pretty closely. I would be really sad to see Ali depart the project, but I definitely get his frustration. And at this point, if the Midnight Suns really do kick off the supernatural MCU in a much bigger way, it would be a great way to get a lot of exposure. Team-up movies are definitely a big deal for Marvel, and it would allow them to enhance pretty much every franchise involved. How this works out, we're going to have to wait and see. Before we take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. We do daily Marvel and DC news, and we want to bring you all the news truthfully and transparently so you're really in the know.